at the limb centre. Now, something that I think a lot of people forget, if you're not somebody that it depends on a limb centre, is in New Zealand there's only 5, and every time I need to visit the limb centre for an adjustment or to get a part or something like that, I have a 6-hour round trip. So I was up at 5, left at 6, it's now 9, and today the plan is to get my new liners, which are more rounded on the end instead of flat, and that's because my residual limb has changed shape, you know, with time. And we have also cast a socket the last time I was here, so I'm imagining he'll give me a check socket to try and may well reinforce it and leave me to walk on it for a while to check that it's okay. I've also got the running blade, and I'm hoping that he'll pack that out a little bit more because the front of my tibia is pressing on the front of that socket with the fact that it's a bit loose, and geez, that hurts my skin. So yeah, let's see how we go. We've had a conversation about the blade versus the walking leg, and how I'm not getting claudication pain with the blade but I still with walking. We can only assume that it is something to do with the geometry of the curve on the blade and the fact that I'm using the muscles differently when I run to when I walk. So won't that be funny if I can run but not walk? Anyway, he has taken my leg away and we are going to put the check socket on and try that out. So we have the new liner, and it is more rounded on the end than my previous one, which was quite flat on the end. And checked the socket once, and the leg needs to be made slightly longer, and the front of the socket is rubbing on my kneecap, needs to be cut down a little. So it's a way to make an adjustment. So we have cut the socket down at the front, made the leg slightly longer, stood me on a laser pad to make sure all of the angles and things are right, and got out his Allen keys and tweaked some things, and the socket is pushing on the front of my leg just below the kneecap. This is why we use check socket. This is why we have plastic, so that you can go back out into the workshop and blow it out a little at that point and see if we can get it right before he makes the actual fiberglass socket. That's what we're here for today, the tweaking. So we are pondering over the fact that the running blade doesn't hurt and walking hurts earlier. So we've just been out for a stroll up the corridor with the check socket, and Ryoji came with me just in case I broke something. And we've blown out the socket at the back where the claudication starts in the calf, and we are hoping that will help with that pain and enable me to walk further. I walked for 6 minutes up the hospital corridors and back, and everything seemed okay. The only real way to tell is by taking a long stroll around the estuary like I did the other day. So here's a way to put my leg back together the way it was, and we're just going to go with the fabrication stage next, and I'll have to come back once he's made that to get the new socket fitted, of course in Union Jack colours. Next, what we have to do is pack out the running blade socket so that I can use it in the meanwhile. We are not going to make 2, we're going to make 1 socket, the walking leg socket, and send me away with that to make sure it's okay before we fabricate a second for the running blade. All done. It's now 11:30. I've been here since 10 to 9, and now I've got the 3-hour drive home again. So you see, when you are an amputee and you don't live anywhere near a limb centre, it takes a whole day or longer to get stuff fixed. Bit time consuming at times.